Glad to have you with us in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Centennial Bank Stadium, home to the Red Wolves of Arkansas State, and fans have been fired up for this one all day. Today, a couple of Sun Belt rivals ready to square off. As we'll see, the James Madison Dukes taking on the Arkansas State Red Wolves. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Dukes will kick it away first. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Matthews. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Buys a little time with his feet. Nice move to keep running. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
No gain on first down after the incompletion. Now 2nd and 10 from the 40. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. To throw, it's Flowers. Fakes the grab on the left. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. And the Red Wolves will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in. He got that sucker to the ground.
They'll snap it from their 15 on 2nd and 8. They'll try it over the left side. Across the 25, he's got room. He's loose. And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring.
And I know in talking to their offensive coordinator this week, he talked about getting this guy lathered up and going. They know that once he's got some momentum, he's really hard to stop. One of the top 10 rushers right now in the entire country, and they're trying to get him going early in this game.
Looking for a crease, it's Robinson. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
First down physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to the well. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. Caught over the middle. It's Ali. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
He's looking to throw it. It's complete. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
The gift to the back. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Trying to pound it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He shows you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Arkansas State, 0.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires left. And you just don't expect your junior quarterback to get fooled and to throw it into double coverage like that.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
The Red Wolves will snap it on 1st and 10. Here we go. Back to pass, it's Flowers. Moves away as he feels pressure. Zings it complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, James Madison, 7, Arkansas State, 0.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. A first down run on the doorstep. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Guys in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to...
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Wolves!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And they did tack on the extra point. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They're trying to get to it. And he is corralled short of the line to gain.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll try the run. At midfield, he's got room. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Dukes are on the move. They'll throw it on first down. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The Dukes will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Really nice job by the quarterback. Hey, a lot of quarterbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
that 5-yard loss. Some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Knight. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man. It's Ali. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try to pick up the first. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play looking at his sideline saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team. And he comes through big time.
To the ground. He's got it again. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Duke.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute.
And the pass hits, picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Gonna take a shot. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Offensive players know where the ball is going. Defensive players don't. Great job by the DB adjusting to the football, seeing it, playing the wide receiver, and making sure he can't.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Arkansas State.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Still running at the 40. Oh, look out, there he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. never a doubt. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Red Wolves will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
He'll keep it himself. Got enough for the first. Turns it on in midfield. Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, James Madison. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
This is a play this offense reps over and over and over again in practice, and this quarterback always makes the right decision. He always knows when he needs to keep the football, and then when he does, with his speed and athleticism, he is a problem.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
And it's picked off. Got room on the return. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Dukes. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Arguably the game of the week, fellas, with 2 top 25 teams locking horns. Michigan has the lead right now, but unless Desmond Howard or Anthony Carter come running out of that tunnel, I'm not ready to say this one's over. They're up by 4 over Oregon. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. With jet sweep pass. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Comes out throwing on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Flowers. Steps away to find some room. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped him pick up that first.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, James Madison. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points. And now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They've got the screen set up. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
At the 45 on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up, but this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
Just a short pass to the tight end. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
They're going back to the ground. Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5. Ball spotted at the 12.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the tailback. Hard running there. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Starting to feel a little pressure. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
And that's the
Okay, break. 42 Spider.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, James Madison, 38, Arkansas State.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here.
Pound 55 weak.
try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need one more yard on third down. Scanning the field, it's Flowers. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Red Wolves! Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
14.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Dukes will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. Back to throw, it's Flowers. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles into the ground. In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this third and short. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hatchett. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Red Wolves moving quickly to the line. He wants to throw. Unloads to the right. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Now facing a third and long. They want that clock to run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Dukes. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Now this offense is back on the field. Leaves it with the back. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football. And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Here comes the option. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back. The next opportunity, the next moment, because today...
And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Touchdown, James Madison. The defense takes matters into their own hands. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And he makes the extra point. You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is such a huge play.
Yeah, you just go over to the offense and be like, bro, we don't need you today. We got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense, doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense.
After this, it'll be a wrap. To the air, it's Flowers. He's taking a deep shot. And he's thrown another interception. And he's going to go down as time has run out.